Oh, yeah. You feel this in your taint, bitches? Woo! You're not going to stop it?
Yeah, I tried to stop it. My computer, it's Mercury in retrograde.
And I'll go to...
Mercury is in retrograde.
You
and all
can
my,
blame... Okay.
And all of my electronics are on the fritz. Now, it could be that they were kept out overnight, multiple nights in a dew storm.
Exactly. You've got to stop blaming everything on Mercury in retrograde.
Well, it is. It's in retrograde, and it will be until April 15th, says my astrologer.
Who's your astrologer? You go to that woman in the storefront next to Jersey Mike's?
Yeah, Chandy Dorf.
Chandy Dorf. You know, first of all, does she have the use of her legs? Because because you only see her sitting in that storefront.
She doesn't have legs.
Really?
I mean, she has prosthetic legs, but she doesn't like, because she used to be a real
hook 'em
smooth glider, like a Sade situation.
Got it.
She can't stand. It's hard to wrap your brain around it, you know, when you physically were a presence, and now you feel like you don't have that same smooth glide.
So she just sits at that table. You know, the reason I didn't know is she wears those long flowing skirts.
Yes.
And she just sits at that table. But I've often wondered, sometimes that 4 p.m. sun is hitting her at a real tough angle, and she doesn't move.
She doesn't. But she's got some sort of a protective cover, you know, like some sort of a filter on the window situation.
She has beautiful skin.
Some people have thought that she was a model, that she was just a a storefront model.
She almost looks like, you know, in around the Halloween times when you see like someone's taken a pantyhose and stuffed it with like old socks or cotton and made a person. That's what she looks like.
Except more beautiful.
But she's good. I got to go to her because I got a lot of things I need figuring out.
Oh, I thought it wasn't real. You were just saying it wasn't real. That I'm blaming everything on Mercury in retrograde and it isn't real. So now you're going to go to her and get guidance?
Mercury in retrograde is real, but I actually think a lot of the problems you're having are things that
I've caused? Do you want to actually say that to my face?
Well,
you want to say it's my fault?
A seal
stole my belongings? That's my fault?
Yeah, that seems like that's
How
on
is that
you.
my fault?
Well, get a fanny pack. You think a seal can open a zipper?
I can't keep everything I own in a fanny pack.
Just your license and...
Also, now that fanny packs are in, I'm out of it. I don't want to be...
You've always been a trendsetter.
De rigueur. You know what I'm spraying?
That's another friend of yours, right? De rigueur?
Yes.
Found by the wharf.
Yes.
You don't want to be him because he's always trying to steal
always
your look.
and he's always on the trends. He's always
trying. He's always rocking a Clair V fanny bag. Yeah.
How did he get a Clair Vivier fanny pouch?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Where's Clair V? She's walking around without her fanny pouch because de rigueur stole it off her.
Yep. Snuck right under. He's got the lithe fingers of one of those like
an old crab.
Sure, I was going to say one of those guys from Oliver.
Yes,
the street urchins.
Consider yourself.
That's right.
Oh, friend. All right.
Should we try it again?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Oh yeah. Here we go, bitches. The stars are aligned. For me to womp up the jams, womp it up. What's your sign, bitch? Cause I'm a Virgo rising with an Aquarius in your cooch. And I'm gonna take this cancer crab and get it in and out of your butthole.
Oh, in and out.
Scorpio and Capricorn come together in a complicated potion. Scorpio and Capricorn come together in a complicated potion. You know, that's so rarely do you join in, but you knew I needed a helping hand.
I just felt like it.
Hey, Wobsters, I've missed you guys. Have you had a good week? Because I haven't. You know, I'm
it positive.
Just trying to live it day to day, but you know, sometimes it's just too much for me, the stress of it.
What is everybody listening to?
This is called Womp It Up. It's a podcast pilot project. My senior
what is it? My senior podcast project.
Yeah,
it's
we're
a pilot.
42 episodes deep, so I don't know if we can call it a pilot project. We're really doing this, Squid, and we're in season 2 of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a pilot right now.
Hey, this is the most consistent we've ever been in
really
our
is.
lives.
For anything.
We straight up took a 2-year break.
Yeah.
And expected people
we had to deal with.
Stay around and tune back in.
We weren't safe. We weren't in a safe environment.
But what's nice is I feel like we're hitting a tipping point, much like the fanny pack did.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's talking to their friends about it. From what I understand, everybody kind of listens to it. It's their own private masturbation time.
That's right.
They don't share that they're doing it. It's like everyone's secret shame. And now people are starting to say, hey, I love Womp It Up.
I love to Womp It Up.
Womp It Up on the regs. And they're nodding to each other as they walk on the street. They're on the subway. They're like, are you womping it up? I'm also womping it up. And now they're using social media to project their love. And I think we are at a Malcolm Gladwell tipping point for podcasts that are so inside that no one could possibly understand what they're listening to.
It doesn't make sense when you tune in.
Had they not started at the beginning.
This isn't like Modern Family, where you can tune into episode 411 and get it. Sofia Vergara's got big tits. I
get it.
We get it.
I understand what she's saying. I get it. I get where her comedy comes from. You know what I mean?
Taking shots at Sofia Vergara. She's a beautiful woman.
Latinx woman.
Let's not
all right,
rip a woman down. Let's build each other up.
And she's very talented.
But here's what I'd like to charge our Wompsters out there with the mission of, hey, let's reach one, teach one. Let's reach out to our fellow man and say, hey,
see something,
say something. Are you womping it up? Because we had 2 listeners who have gotten together. They're probably having sex right now while listening to my voice.
Let's not put a lot of pressure on them.
They got together because they were both fans of the podcast. Imagine what kind of lives can be changed.
What random city are you in? Who else there is womping up the jams? And could you be finding a lifelong friend and or partner in crime?
That's right. All right. So we want to hear those stories. Did you make a friend? Did you meet a lover? Through the podcast.
Feel free to use us as a conduit.
Feel free
to use @Womp It Up Pod, the Twitter handle.
You want to send us pictures of your dongs?
Nobody. Hey, FYI, nobody sent any pictures of their buttocks like you requested. Thank God.
Listen, the prom is a month away. Okay? I need to see pictures of your butts so I can tell and select which ones I want to turn around.
No. You're already, at this point, when they're listening to this podcast, you've already made a choice.
Shit.
Okay?
All right. Well, we've got a very exciting guest who has been listening so patiently.
Yes.
And that's very rare for us because normally a guest will hop on these cans and just start injecting her own.
Rude as hell.
Yeah, her own kind of.
We've got the opposite of that.
So we've got somebody who's respecting our boundaries.
Her own kind of poison.
Respecting our space. And that is not a surprise because this is Jenelle Pierce, who is our conflict resolution counselor here. At Marina Del Rey Public High School.
Yes, we've been doing a lot of new techniques at Marina Del Rey.
Because people are beating each other's asses.
There's been a lot of anger in our neighborhood.
A lot of weaves have been ripped out. I saw a girl rip another girl's weave out, and she had straight up the weave in her hand with little bits of scalp attached.
There is a weave trend at our high school currently. Every girl, regardless of ethnicity, has a weave except for Marissa.
I'm trying, and I did try extensions, but because I have the alopecia on top, what it ends up looking like is that I've just got this kind of Friar Tuck situation happening with my extensions. With my extensions, and also...
That's why you're wearing that tiny...
that's right.
Barbershop quartet hat.
Exactly, to cover up that...
Okay, Jenelle. We digress. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, and I'm glad you brought up weave ripping. It's a very, very primal scalping, combative, conflict behavior.
It's like, see what I've done. That's my treasure.
I own you.
It's a
Absolutely.
trophy. Yes.
The scalp is a trophy.
The
And
scalp
if it's
is a
a
trophy.
fake scalp or someone's scalp from another country far away where
Yes.
they have extra long hair.
Right.
Either way,
An Indian hair.
some people are trophy conflictors and some people, I mean, there are different kinds of conflict. There are, there's the avoider, the yielder, and
Right.
the competitive. So this is competitive. Some
Wow.
people avoid conflict altogether.
Right.
Some people are yielders. They
Right.
will bend like a tree in the wind.
Right. And what should we be? That's why, because I have a problem with conflict. I run hot. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
You know, and I have a lot of really combustible relationships in my life. Gutter
Yeah.
balls.
Yes.
Diane, if she ever
Yes.
would look at me or talk to me. Seth and
Yes.
I. Seth has anger problems.
Yes. He
You know,
certainly
does. You know, and so what are we striving for,
I think
Jenelle?
shoulds belong in the woods. You are who you
Wow.
are. Okay?
Wow.
You are a yielder.
I'm writing
you
that down.
are. Yeah, that's
You're
I wanna
born.
do
Are
bumper
you
stickers.
born these things,
Yes.
or do you
And
learn it?
It's a nature nurture braid with a third string of.
I love
your
how it's all
family
connected
DNA.
to hair, though.
Again, a lot of braids
Again.
being ripped out as well at the school, and you got to be careful,
You know,
right?
in some cultures, the longer your hair is, the more. I mean, your hair is used as a device to cross over to the afterlife. So long
I
hair.
didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Well, shit, I'm going to be shit out of luck because I got just
You
like
got
a
plenty of
couple-
time before you
I
cross
guess.
over.
But that's a conflict between, I mean, that would be a conflict between one and one's creator. And this is just, you are an avoider or you are a competitive.
This is just who you
or you
are.
are a yielder.
You have to make peace with what kind
Identify, yes.
of person you are.
Wow.
And how you could best use that to have a successful conflict.
Right. And then
So you're
also,
not saying
Jenelle,
conflict is a bad thing.
It is part of the water we swim in as fish.
Okay.
God, I'm having a lot of aha moments.
Yes.
And Jenelle, you teach combat, hand-to-hand combat
Yeah,
as
it's-
well, which I found fascinating because here I am. Imagine my surprise where I'm driving home and I see the Taekwondo studio has been sold. I'm thinking, is there going to be a froyo place come in? You know, what's coming
Yeah,
in?
natural next step.
Turns out it's Jenelle Pierce's storefront for her hand-to-hand combat.
It's
Krav
facilitating
Maga.
fights. I fight facilitate. And it's a healthy way to walk people, to cradle them through their rage and to wound one another and to see who wins, you know?
It's
I mean,
a safe space for conflict.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of these girls that are ripping each other's weaves out are also, we're finding out, students of your fight school.
Yeah, and I hope they're anchoring.
So
I hope they're
that's a
anchoring the
conflict
brow
of,
when they rip.
They were
interest
actually
almost.
doing safe fighting in the hallways.
Yeah, you anchor the forehead. You grab someone's arm and then you come
and
with
then
a cross
you
punch.
punch.
Yeah.
Got it.
That makes sense why also people were putting bets down. Now, a lot of this is because there was people were saying that, you know, had some problems with the fact that people were betting on girls fighting.
Why shouldn't somebody benefit from our natural? Why does everyone lose except the scalp holder at the end of the day? No.
Yeah.
Other people
Other
should be able
people
to benefit.
This
This is, like,
revolutionary.
blowing my mind
You know,
here.
I'm excited that the administration has brought in such an alternative, you know, avenue to kids because there's conflict going to happen. It's kind of like abstinence training. Fuck that. You know, and literally
fuck that. Teach
because
somebody how to
we
fuck
have
that.
to
we
do
need
it.
to do it in a safe way. We need to teach
Right.
about safe sex. So safe fighting is the next logical step, right?
Have a party where everyone has sex with each other. You
No,
know?
that's not what
Film
I'm
it.
saying.
Give pointers.
That's not what I'm saying.
If you study feral animals sexually or in combat, which the two are again woven.
And
Interesting.
again, I want to just bring up one
Wait,
thing,
let her
which is
finish.
that, can I just
Hey.
say, but one thing that has been
what
said
is feral animal?
is
I wanna
that
know.
you are raising ferrets
Yeah. Domesticated
illegally,
ferrets. Yes.
illegally,
Yeah.
and breeding them in your
How
backyard.
could it be illegal? Ferrets are illegal animals.
They're illegal to have as pets in California. It is definitely illegal to breed
Are we
them.
sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
There was a
because
day-
they get loose and cause ferret packs. What do you think took down one of your cats?
A raccoon has.
No.
Oh,
His face was eaten off. So what do you think ate off that cat's face?
a raccoon.
I thought it was
I'm
probably
talking about Javert, whatever his name was.
I thought it was de rigueur.
No, that guy's
He loves cat for dinner.
Anyway, that's
It is
something you're doing in your backyard. It's not.
Well,
It's
here's
a side hustle.
Yeah, go ahead with the. You were saying about the feral.
If you study any feral animal, you will see that conflict is more likely to happen within the family than without.
Yeah.
I mean, outside. I mean, the conflict starts in the family. So this is in our DNA. We're going to
Yes.
fight
Okay.
our relatives first, and then we're going to take it outside.
Got it. And also, if you're not getting an outlet, a safe outlet, like a sexual outlet, like a lot of these kids have been told, you can't do this to let it go. You can't do this to explode your emotions, your
Right.
nutsack. And so,
we should be fucking
Orgasmic
more.
rage. Yes.
and so they end up in these conflicts.
I'm not allowed to say orgasmic rage on campus here, but it is.
But you do say it in at your own.
I've shouted it
club.
in my home. Yeah.
Yeah, and you shouted it in your home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What we do is we identify what kind of conflict person we are, a yielder,
Yeah.
an avoider.
Right.
And then we choose an animal.
Oh, you choose an animal.
What's your
okay.
animal? What's your animal, Marissa?
Land tortoise.
Land tortoise. So you're a competitive tortoise. And what about you?
I'm like an attack prairie dog.
An attack prairie dog. And so you would also be a competitor, not a yielder?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's work through this.
That's
We have-
interesting. Two competitors.
Why
Yeah.
is a land tortoise a competitor? Seems like you're one of the people that goes inside of your shell to avoid conflict.
You have a conflict within your conflict.
I'm like,
It's dense.
I've got it inside of myself. I'm fighting with myself inside my own shell.
Well, if you two had a conflict,
Well, I've got to
we
really
do all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's walk through it.
I get inside of my shell. I would bring as many snacks as I could inside of there.
Okay.
I'd eat those snacks. I'd shit in my shell, and I just wouldn't come out.
Yep.
Okay, this is turning into avoidance. This is turning into an avoidance because if you're
seeing
going to
that now.
sit in your own fecal matter to
Yeah, that's
avoid
tough.
speaking your truth,
That's tough.
that's a turtle move.
That's a bit always ABT, always be turtling. That's one of the ways that I live.
You know what we should do?
Always be turtling.
We didn't do hot topics. We don't have time. We're going to go to a break.
Who cares? This shit's hot right now.
This is what's happening.
This is now. Life is not a dress rehearsal.
That's true.
Sam, if you didn't fix this fucking computer so we can't... Thank God. See how I got so aggressive with him? I got so
Orgasmic
aggressive
rage.
with... That was orgasmic rage. You want to fuck later, baby?
Okay. Hey,
JK, I don't want to do that. Get your dick away,
Hey.
Sam!
he didn't even have it out,
Didn't
which
he?
was unusual.
Or seriously. Sometimes you don't know because it's so small.
It is not. We've established very long.
Long and thin. We'll be back with more Womp It Up.
What's it all about? Now I know there can be no doubt.
What's up, Wompsters? Determination, hustle, thrilling action, rec league basketball. Pistol Shrimps Radio is back wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. Now, if you don't know the show, Mark McConville and Matt Gurley from Super Ego and like a million more great podcasts, like I was there too, record live from the Los Angeles Women's Rec Basketball League. They call the courtside action as it happens, whether they know anything about basketball or not, and I assure you, they do not. Now, just like Mark and Matt, this show is super funny. They make ridiculous and absurd color commentary and cheer on the Pistol Shrimps athletes like sisters doing it for themselves, Aubrey Plaza, Stephanie Allen, Maria Blasucci, and Amanda Lund. Now, get in on the most thrilling, almost sports event of the season with Earwolf's most ignorant sports announcers. Subscribe to Pistol Shrimps Radio now in your favorite podcast app like Apple Podcasts and Stitcher, wherever you listen. Womp it up! Welcome back to Womp It Up. Some weird choices. I would think for a fight, we've got a conflict resolution. We would do something from the soundtrack of Fight Club,
I don't have that.
or something that's like Pink. What's up? Not a rock star. Get your game on.
That is not Pink, first of all.
No, it is. The one when after she broke up with her husband.
Paid?
No,
That's the song that you were singing. That's not Chumbawamba at all.
Yes, it is. Yes,
No,
it is.
isn't.
All that glitters is gold.
That is not Chumbawamba.
Google it.
Chumbawamba sings, I get knocked out when I get up again.
This is a
Oh my
Shrek song.
God.
That's from Shrek.
It is absolutely from Shrek. Both songs
I
are
mean,
from
I
the
believe
Shrek
it
soundtrack.
existed pre-Shrek, but it was
Shrek
lifted
brought
up
it into
by
what
Shrek.
it is.
Guys, what band was, what's
Hope
his
you're
name
not
in?
dong. I have to Google it right now.
What name
Sam,
was-
Google it.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
that's
What's
right.
the name of the guy that's in that?
Guy Fieri.
does look
Sam,
Yes.
shut up.
Smash Mouth is my favorite band name.
Who sings,
Guy Fieri? Come on, man.
what is the song you're thinking of that Pink sings?
Pink, about when she broke up with her husband, because they had a very, very conflict.
everywhere.
It was everywhere, and they were
Are you
on
thinking-
again, off again. They're better
Are
than
you
ever
thinking
now.
about this song?
I call it off again, on again.
No,
This is not the song I would want to fight to.
No. This would be kind of hot, though. Two girls, if you did like kind of a glamazon, like
Foxy
ladies.
boxing.
Yeah, Foxy. Which I'm so excited to see you rolling that out for the summer. Foxy boxing.
It's inspired by that show Glow, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not ripping anything off. I'm not ripping
No, it's not.
anybody
No, and I
off.
don't
This
think-
came
out
up
there.
completely separate.
Yeah,
And
it was independent.
But it's girls getting glammed and kicking the shit out of each
yeah,
other.
a lot of the makeup causes a lot of sliding. That
Yeah.
our headpieces are not staying on. We've got gloves slipping all over. So it's
But that's
extra
part
hard.
of it. But that's
you got to find your
part of it.
traction.
God, I'd love to start training in your gym. I really would.
Are you ready to though?
Well,
What's your conflict?
again, like I said, I have so much conflict within, without. My body is a mess.
Get out of your shit shell. Get those snacks outside and go for them.
So
What does that mean? What is that?
aha moments
I'm
today.
picturing you putting
out of your
snacks on every level, of the bleachers, and then she has to sort of go for the snacks. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the top of the bleachers
That'd have been great.
is a fight.
The top of the bleachers is a fight. Get out of your
Crawling
shit
up
shell.
like Rocky.
I've learned more in this 5 minutes of talking to Jenelle Pierce than I've learned in years of garbage can runs
It's
with you.
interesting that you want to start a conflict with me. How come you can't just take this information and use it in your own life? Why do you have to turn it around about how someone else is wrong?
Can I pause right here? I feel another conflict coming, and I want you to use a totally separate technique that is.
I would love to.
confusing
All right,
technique.
we'll try anything.
Because
want
what
you
I
to-
want to do
Yep.
is say, shut your fucking face, you bitch!
Great. This is going to happen. And before every statement you say, you're going to lead with, I don't know, and then you're going to say your
Okay.
truth. So
Okay.
just keep back and forth. I don't know, and then your truth, and then I don't know, and then your
Okay.
truth. Okay, go for it.
Go.
I don't know.
I don't know. Shut your fucking face, you fucking bitch!
Good, good.
I don't know. If I didn't speak to you, no one would.
I don't know. If you didn't fucking cut your hair, you wouldn't look so much like like one of those Gila monsters.
Gila monsters?
Gila monsters.
I don't know. Maybe instead of tearing me down, you should build yourself up.
I don't know. Maybe you should stop hiding behind my ginormous ass and start living your own life.
I don't know, but I feel like the tone has come down.
It has.
I mean, these are some still vicious verbal
I'm
assaults
smiling.
flying. You are smiling.
And I'm smiling.
Because I don't know, but you take pleasure in my pain.
what about changing
It's
it to
easier to tear someone apart who you know will never go away.
Okay, I do know statements. What do you know?
I know that I love you more than anybody else in the world, and I know that I'm afraid. I know that I hate myself.
Orgasmic rage! Let it
me.
go. That's good. That's truth. That's
Shitting
truth.
in my own shell.
That's good. Oh my God.
And think about how much better that would have felt had I been in, stilettos and hot pink boxing gloves and false eyelashes.
How much money we could make from that.
how much money we can make from that.
A lot of people would pay money
Yeah.
to see that.
Now, Listler, you as a former sniper have
Right.
a lot of combat training.
Right.
Do you find that it's hard to turn that killer instinct? That's it. Yep. This is what I want. Can you imagine this?
Speak it.
Boxy boxing. This is when we go out into the ring and people start placing their bets.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Money flying.
Money flying.
A fishnet stocking.
Fishnet stocking. And let's have a man dressed in very tight little short shorts go out and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Like, yeah, this is a different type
Carrying
of world you're in.
round
Carrying the
cards,
round
the cards.
Round
Yeah.
one. Yeah, right? That's hot.
Calling all combative turtles and eagles and hares and any beast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
But do you find that to be difficult, Listler, to turn that off in yourself? That
Sure.
desire to kill. If you're in a conflict, let's say, somebody like what's the most recent thing that you had to fight with someone about?
like physically fight.
Not physically fight, but you got into it with them about, let's say, I don't know if anything's been happening with your child care situation behind the Jersey Mike's.
That has ended.
Okay.
Yeah, that has
Okay.
ended. A couple of parents filed a claim in small claims court.
Oh, about what?
Saying that they had been given money with expectations, and that was not, that I did not deliver the goods.
Meaning, did you not deliver their children back to them?
No, I gave them their children back, but their children came back with their own ideas and expectations of how the world should be, and were asking good questions, wanting to dissect the norms, societal norms.
And also dissect some of their pets?
Well, if the pets were in need of surgery, yeah, we did do a surgery on a cat. But that was the needed surgery, and the cat now lives,
Right. And what did you say to those parents in court?
Well, we haven't had our court date yet.
What will you say
I've
to
been
those
served.
parents?
I mean, I've been seeing the guy driving around try to serve me papers, but no kids are coming anymore. That's all blown. And that's too bad, because that means, I did get to 35 3 to 5 year olds, and I feel like
That's a
they're
tremendous amount of kids. That's larger than most preschool classes.
well, not at one time. I didn't have them
I
all
see.
at one time.
Yeah.
I did 2 separate sessions. Yeah,
But
and
still,
that
a
was
lot
all-
of parents are
yeah.
taking advantage of that. That's a nice thing.
It was a nice thing. It was mutually beneficial. And the kids, I felt like, were going to come out of there independent learners. Okay. But they all also wanted to be like me. A lot of them had tried to shave their own heads, give themselves mohawks.
Did you give some of those babies mohawks?
I didn't give any.
I'm going to
and
ask you one
first
more
of all,
time.
They're
Did
not
you
babies. They're not babies. They're 3 to 5 year olds.
Did
They're
you
coming
give-
into deductive reasoning and critical thinking. And this
Okay.
is the time when you got to give them. If you ask me one more time if I shaved a baby's head, I'm going to ask you to excuse yourself. Okay?
I'm not saying that you shaved it, but much like the Native Americans used to use a clamshell to give themselves haircuts, I noticed that you had a lot of clamshells around, and that there were a tremendous amount of toddlers walking around with mohawks in Marina Del Rey.
That is not on me. Okay.
Okay.
If I present myself as a figure, an idyllic figure that you want to live up to, that's fine. You know what I mean? And so be it.
If I was running a daycare like that, I think I would provide half the snacks. If we had 35 student children developers and they were all hungry, what if I put out 16 and a half snacks for 35?
To create conflict.
12 and a half.
So what
That
you're
would be-
saying
that
is
would- yeah.
give, because some people think, I was just listening to a child psychologist say, hey, it's actually good when you have to put a boundary on a child, because what it teaches them is that they can go through this hardship, get out to the other side, and they're okay. So they're saying, don't make it so your child has nothing bad happen to them.
Life is a fucking desperate struggle. And we came from the muck, and we had nothing, and we had to forage for ourselves.
This is all correct.
Make a tent. What is everything? Decide what is edible, what is poison. And we evolved from that. So we
Yes.
should still practice to continue
Yes,
evolving.
survival techniques should be taught to the littlest of us.
Absolutely. Madam and Farrell.
Yes.
I'm shocked you
We're
two haven't gotten together
Listen.
to open a preschool. I mean, that sounds like a goddamn $1 million idea.
Well, she's teaching combat techniques because we've missed entire generations, right?
That's
so
right.
she's handling.
Look at me.
She's exactly.
I don't even
You
know
got
how
caught
to
in
brush
the
my
middle.
teeth.
I'm
got-
the present. You're the future.
That's right.
And
Because
brushing your teeth, that's a conflict too.
Right.
Are you fighting your gums? Who's winning?
My gums are, because I have advanced gingivitis.
I think-
Advanced. I had the gums of an 83-year-old woman, they
That's
said.
it. Because you can go. There's one Dwayne Reed in Marina Del Rey. They don't have a lot of them out here, but
They
there's
don't.
one there, and they have a blood pressure machine, and they also have a thing that you can test your
Your gum health.
what age your gums are.
Do you
Well,
bleed when
sometimes-
you eat?
Well, yeah. And also sometimes what I'll do is I'll put like a little piece of cream cheese under my gum knowingly to save as a snack for later.
Under your gum?
I
Not
call
even
that
in
a
between?
fool's tooth. That looks like a second tooth up there.
A fool's
waiting
tooth.
to,
Wow.
like a shark.
That's right. And I'll do that
Waiting to emerge.
because I have a fear
Uh-oh. Okay.
of scarcity.
A fear of scarcity?
I don't.
That I'm not going to have enough.
Never heard of
I'm
this.
not going to have enough to eat, enough love.
Fight it. Fight something. Fear is
Fear
disgusting. Fear is death.
is disgusting.
Fear is a worm under a microscope, or whatever, with the sun shining through it and magnifying it. Yeah, no, fight that fear.
All right,
Fear-
let's go into what's cheesing you. Now, do you know, Jenelle? You know about this? What's cheesing you? So basically, we just talk about what is bothering us right now. Now we've already gotten into a bunch of stuff that's bothering us. So
I'm
sky's
tapped
the
out.
limit. Sky's the limit. Okay.
This is the segment where we just talk about what's bothering us. You know, it could be anything. Anything from that person took my parking spot to, am I going to be alone when I die? Anything that runs the camera.
What's cheesing you?
Oh, God.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you?
Why are you making direct eye contact with Sam?
What's cheesing you?
Oh, it's Sam.
What's cheesing you?
Instantly erect.
Come on, man.
Instantly erect.
Stop looking at his dick. He's probably always erect.
I would love for him not to be putting it in my face at all
Hey,
times.
a listener sent in a video of a concert that they were at, and it sounded like the lead singer, was singing "What's Cheesing
I
You"
saw that.
over and over again, and filled me with such joy.
It was almost a slower jam. It's like, what's cheesing you?
Yeah.
Gotta get cheese.
I don't know if that singer listens to Womp It Up the Jams, if that was like a special love letter to us, but anyway. All right. So I'll go. What's cheesing me? Sam. I don't know if you know this, but the parking spot right next to the basketball courts is usually where I just store my boxes of stuff. And I know it might have looked like it was open because all the seals stole all my stuff, and so I only had a toothbrush and
An old piece of jerky.
an old piece of jerky.
I didn't think anyone would mind. I
And a
travel a
unicycle.
long way each week for this.
As we know,
Right.
you fly in, and we
And
appreciate,
I appreciate that. If you need your own space, I'll be happy to give it to you. Just don't park in my fucking space, dude. Okay?
That seems fair.
All right.
What the fuck is that guy doing? It's like he knows you parked
Excuse
there.
me a minute.
Acquiescence and conflict.
Ew! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I just need to take care of this.
Sam! Sam! What is he taking care of? Yourself. This is so fucked up. Sam!
Sometimes
I'm not
when
afraid. I'm not afraid of this.
Get off
Sometimes
the
when I
mic.
get anxious,
Sam! Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen this, Jenelle. Sam, shut off your mic. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but what has just happened
That's
is
an unusual-
while Sam, shut your mic
I feel like
off.
I'm watching The Howling.
While Listler was Sam, shut your mic off, or I will shut it off for you. I'm going to ask you again. If I ask you one more time, that is the last you will see of us.
Don't be a turtle. Be a falcon. Be a falcon.
Wow. Oh, my God.
So what just happened was Listler was showing aggression to Sam.
Calmly. It wasn't even
Calmly, but it was aggression nonetheless. He instantly became erect and then had to relieve himself of that pressure. Have you ever seen that before? And what does that mean about Sam? I.e., are we safe in his presence?
This is a yielding technique to masturbate to fruition in the middle of conflict.
Who do the bonobo monkeys do that, or where?
I love that brand of clothing.
It's a
Bonobos.
wonderful brand of.
I don't know if you've seen any longhorn sheep in the wild. I keep going back to hair, but longhorn sheep will begin to have a conflict and then just rub themselves on rocks to completion and
on rocks,
and then just happily trot in other directions.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that's not a bad technique to resolve.
I feel
Hey,
much
Sam!
safer. I feel
Sam!
much safer now.
Sam, if you speak one more time, you will never see us again. I will make sure of that. Because I'll break your dick clean off.
What's cheesing you, Marissa? What's cheesing you?
You know what's cheesing me? Having dicks so I can show up when you least expect it. I am so sick of people showing me their dick. I have wanted to see dicks for so long, okay?
Yeah, and now
I see them all the time. How about this? I'm walking past two parked cars. Somebody's crouched in between them, showing me their dick. I'm on the Q train in New York.
Oh.
Okay,
When
2
were you
years
in
ago.
New York?
Remember when we went
2
to New
years
York?
ago. Yeah.
I get home, something's wet on my shoulder, and I think it's
You didn't even see that one.
a pigeon. Someone jerked off on my shoulder.
Wow.
Okay, and that's my North Face jacket. I can't get that off.
Have you seen the major motion picture, The Matrix?
No, I haven't.
At the end, there is a distinct change and a hand beckoning, welcoming the conflict that the character of Keanu Reeves does.
Yes.
That I think you might employ. Don't fear that. Say where
Bring
I
the
want
dick
6
towards
more
you.
dicks. I want
Wow.
100 dicks on me in the subway. I want 100 dicks.
And what happens when you welcome the conflict? What happens then? You lose the fear? You what? You
it's like
to the
eating
what's the message
someone's
to the
heart.
universe?
You have no fear.
I want to eat those dicks for breakfast.
heart.
Is my
I was saying
new
eating a heart.
affirmation. I want to eat those dicks for breakfast.
I don't know about that.
Their STD issues or
Well, no, I don't really want to eat them, but I want to bring them to my kitchen. Let me serve
Let me
them up.
give you an example that I heard on another podcast. Salma Hayek was talking about as a child there was a flasher in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
And her aunt, who is a phenomenal woman, told her the next time she was terrified, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
The next time he flashes you, laugh. Point at it and laugh.
Whoa.
Now, this is actually could get you in a lot of trouble. So I would say don't do that unless you're physically ready to altercate with this person. But she did.
And did it work?
It took away his power because he was trying to scare
them.
her.
That's what got him turned on.
But when she turned, pointed, and laughed, he went away forever.
Whoa.
So when you react in the way that there is expectation, i.e., oh, gross, there's jizz on my shoulder, as opposed to, ha, 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 that's what I wanted, asshole.
I call that the hungry hippos conflict resolution, where you reach for the marble, you don't withdraw.
Reach for the marble. Reach for the marble.
Oh, is that for me? Yum, yum.
Like even if you don't like potatoes,
Right.
go for it.
Oh, is that for me? Yum yum is what. If you got an unwanted advance, how about what would Harvey Weinstein do with that? Hey, you want to give me a back rub? Is that for me? Yum yum. Give me my yum yums.
Now, is there anything that's cheesing you right now, Jenelle?
What cheeses me are stop signs. They cheese me hard. They cheese me so hard because I don't.
What is it about them?
Can't we figure it out? Can't we, as drivers, come to a place where we can
take our own
communicate?
agency?
Yes, take the reins of an intersection, fight it out, figure out who wins, and they go.
So would you suggest like those car rodeos where people are running into each other, like a bumper car scenario, and then the strongest car wins? Because that seems like we're going to have a lot of accidents, a lot of insurance claims, a lot of red tape.
You know how many people are avoiders? 92%. are yielders and avoiders. So if I drive full steam in my Leaf, everybody is
In
going
your
to.
Leaf, and you're driving a Nissan Leaf, and you are.
I had
you
a
are
Jeep Cherokee, and I
comfortable.
had a problem with my Jeep Cherokee, so I am now.
You're
behind
driving
the
a
wheel
Leaf,
of
and
a Leaf.
and you're comfortable, even in the Leaf. Which I feel like if you got a side impact on a Leaf, you might be in a bad scenario. It's not a big car. You're
no, it's
still
not. I'm not-
comfortable doing that. It's just gunning it
I
through
have
every intersection.
Big wheels. What you need to do is raise your car.
You
You need
souped up your Nissan Leaf?
Campbell's is a fan, is all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's souped up. You need an extra big bowl and a
Get it?
spoon, a tablespoon.
I didn't get it until now. Campbell's is a fan. God, she's making so many connections, not just physical, but mental connections, because you're clearly living your life awoken.
Yeah,
And that's because you're not pushing your feelings down. You're putting them forward.
right, in everyone else's face.
What would you say to the allegations that several of your Foxy boxers you've been pimping out?
Yeah,
You've been making money
yeah.
Off of their boxing
off of,
round.
well, and also sexually.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Why am I going to hide? Where am I? I don't have a hole to go to.
Again, should the person holding the scalp be the only person that profits from the deal? No.
No. These women get to just dress up and it's so easy, and I just put on lipstick and get in the middle and fight, and nobody else gets shit. No, you're gonna suck some dicks. You're gonna take
You know
some,
what?
and I'm gonna make some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some.
You're going to get yours.
You know, and this is just between us because
Of
this is not.
course it's
this is
between us.
Between us.
I have issues with the
Absolutely.
school board already.
Listen, up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we wouldn't
this
want
is a
to.
podcast that does go out. Just want to put it
But
out there.
nobody's
Everyone
really
will hear
listening.
this.
Nobody's
that's
really
true.
listening.
Only
Don't worry
like
about that.
20,000 people.
But listen, hey, and you're right. And you know what? These women, much like Cardi B,
Yeah.
they are making money.
Yeah.
I know several of them. I know Nicole DeStefano has bought several condos with the money she's making sucking dicks behind your fight club.
and all my
that's-
girls are on top.
That's exactly
It's
right.
very powerful.
It's very powerful. So
All
they're
right.
making their own
You
money.
know what? We should go to break.
I'd love to throw my hat in the ring for that as well.
No.
Keep it on because that
Should I
bald
remove
spot's
my
weird.
teeth? Should I get my front teeth removed?
No.
Think about it.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be?
What's up, Wompsters? Great news for Kevin Smith fans. Now you can hear the full archive of Smodcast shows like Fat Man on Batman, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, and Hollywood Babylon in Stitcher Premium. Listen to all the latest episodes of shows like Smodcast, where Kevin and his longtime collaborator, Scott Mosier, discuss everything from Rick and Morty to Colonel Mustard and any other absurd topics on their minds. There are hundreds of episodes in the Smodcast archives, and you can't find them anywhere else. Check them out with a free trial of Stitcher Premium. Go to StitcherPremium.com/SMOD, that's SMOD, and use the promo code WOMP, WOMP, for a free month of Stitcher Premium.
What is this?
This is what I would like to fight someone to.
This seems like what you do down in Tijuana. Get a bunch of like cocks in the ring. Oh, okay. Hey, not a bad idea. What if Listler becomes the Howard Cosell? You know,
The sportscaster of the 70s.
drop one of those old-fashioned mics down.
Yeah.
You know, and you can squawk into that and announce the matches.
You got
What do
the
you think
haircut
about
for
that?
it.
Down
You got
for that.
You got the haircut for it.
I'd be down for that.
You know
Or I
what?
could ref it.
Can you work with a big echo?
Yeah, absolutely.
A big echo, but you only have just a tiny storefront. That's the other thing. Is you're packing a lot of it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
I mean, it would probably do that naturally, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a tiny storefront. Yeah, yeah.
Tiny storefront, but still you
think I
pack
could
a
do
lot
that?
of people in there.
Pack
It's
a
a
lot of
discount
heat.
clothing store.
Exactly. That's why you get all of those Just like those little plastic, things that you would attach to a receipt, or to a tag. Yeah, there you can. You got all those littering the floor.
I'm going to find a use for them.
Yeah, I know you will.
I just want to share this. I found this website, legalizeferrets.org. And I just want you to know that the latest
they're not legal.
There's a woman in Culver City who's leading a fight to make ferrets legal pets in California. There was an LA.
It's not a good idea.
Is that
article.
Crystal Navin? I know Crystal, if that's her. I don't know
Former
if that's
lover
her.
Crystal Navin? You guys were lovers, yes?
My private life is in a
private.
sealed
But you
envelope.
were former lovers.
Yeah. This was actually
Everyone
just
has had
a couple
lovers.
days ago on April 2nd. And weed is legal, right? She's saying if you have a ferret as a pet, you could be fined with a misdemeanor and up to 6 months in jail.
Guess what weed doesn't do? Escape from your house, form a feral pack, and kill your cats.
They're only illegal in California, though.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ferrets have a
And in
survival
Hawaii, too.
instinct that puts us all to shame. And if our government in this silly state is intimidated by that, I'm sorry for our government.
Listen, I'm on board for almost everything you're saying, but I don't know where these ferrets that you and Crystal are raising. Obviously you guys have broken up, and I know when lesbians break up, it can be a
said
very,
neither
very
yay nor nay.
dangerous situation.
You know what I would say is that we shouldn't make assumptions or put stereotypes on anyone.
I'm saying this only because Crystal Navin put posters all over Marina Del Rey with slander against Jenelle, okay? And talking about exposing her, the pictures of the cages you had those ferrets in.
I don't find that to be slanderous. I find that to be a
Yeah.
trumpet of truth. You can't slander me. You can't slander me because I am not afraid of what happened.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of 30 feisty, starving ferrets running into a children's birthday party and annihilating cake, candy, ice cream, and a sofa.
Well, the pictures of those
Why would
kids
you be
screaming
afraid
in
of that?
terror
Yeah.
tell a different story.
But they would also learn a valuable lesson.
What?
Protect your cake. The
Take
most-
your cake and eat it as fast as you can.
Also,
You're going to
screaming
raise...
is one step away from singing. It's musical. It's good for us to
Another
do.
business venture opportunity is a ferret party. If you want ferrets to come and destroy everything,
The worst thing you could possibly do.
It's only $200 for an hour with a bunch of ferrets.
That's a great idea.
Hey, listener, don't.
Hey, we should do listeners love lockdown.
Okay.
Can you chime in on this? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get questions, right? This is listeners love lockdown.
Oh, my. You can't just raise the volume
I can
like
do
that.
whatever I want.
Wow.
Okay. We're going to read some letters from fans who have emailed us at wompupthejams@gmail.com asking for our advice for their love and life questions. And this one comes from Asexual in Annapolis. Hey, Shardog and Marissa. I'm a 23-year-old lady and I've never been in a relationship. However, I've experimented enough physically to know that I'm not interested in sex, like at all.
All right.
How would I break that to a guy if/when I get a boyfriend without him immediately dumping me for somebody who will fuck him? Thank you.
I got a couple of follow-up questions, which is she's saying she's not interested in sex. Does that mean everything?
I think so.
You think?
Yep.
So then why do we want a boyfriend, I guess?
A partnership?
Why not just get a friend? You want someone to live with, someone to share your life with?
Yeah, maybe.
Guess you'd have to find somebody else who's asexual. And that's tough stuff. But there must be forums for that sort of thing.
And there also must be other people because you're not the only one, I'm sure.
And you could wear a diaper if you want to just put
I don't know
forward.
why a
if you
diaper
just
is
wear,
coming into it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
very
listening.
clear messaging that this is all for waste. Everything downstairs is for waste.
That's true.
Not for pleasure.
I'm wondering if she truly is asexual. I'm not trying to question her authenticity, but
Yeah.
what we put forward as the options may not be what she's into. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she doesn't want to have sex because down there doesn't seem great to her. But what about a sensual hold.
Or arm wrestling.
Or arm wrestling.
Thumb wrestling.
Sensual arm wrestling.
A pushing, a shoving contest.
That's what gets you going.
Plant
Clearly,
yourself and see.
conflict gets Sam going.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, do we want Sam? I will shut.
Oh, I think he has allergies.
Sorry, I thought you called.
Or,
did you-
no.
Nope, I
Call me
didn't.
over?
I didn't.
my-
No, we didn't. Ah! Oh my God! Why is my shoulder wet?
Bring more dicks. Bring
Wait
more
a second.
dicks. 100
Remember,
dicks.
remember,
100
how do you
dicks.
approach it? How do you approach it?
Hungry,
I'm
hungry hippos.
hungry for dicks. I'm so hungry for them. But seriously, that.
Oh, is that for me? Yum, yum. Yum, yum.
Hey, it worked.
Delicious.
It worked.
That's a thing I like too.
Oh, no.
Laugh at me.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, Sam, you're paying my dry cleaning bills. Because I'm not going to be able to get this out of my Umbro
You've
shirt.
never had anything. Umbros, they don't make shirts.
They do make a shirt, bitch.
I think those are
Target
shorts.
now.
These are shorts
Maybe
that I
Umbro.
fashioned into a shirt, an off-the-shoulder shirt.
Maybe Umbro will sponsor us.
God, it'd be great.
We love
arms are leg
Umbros.
holes.
Jersey Mike's hasn't reached out to us, and we've been
No, we've
squawking
been
at
just
them.
Squawking at them a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's my first question when I read this, but this is because I am a hypersexual person. Sex is incredibly important in my life. Maybe there's a block here that's preventing you from allowing yourself pleasure, full pleasure. Because I understand you've experimented enough physically that you're not interested. But maybe I wonder if you have ever been led to orgasm or
Yeah.
multiple orgasms.
Right.
Or any of that. And if you haven't, that's a conversation that you could have. Did something happen? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it really isn't something that you're interested in. And if that's true, then who are we to judge?
Right.
But it's hard for me to answer this question because sex is such an important thing.
Well,
But you can get that. Other people can get that. Maybe you want to be in a relationship with someone and let them be open to having sex to get that need met for them.
that's interesting. If you
know?
have an open relationship,
Just a thought.
it's something.
Or wear a diaper.
This is challenging us.
Yeah, I
and I
like
think
it.
we need to do a little more digging on this and do some exploration. But
All right, you do that then.
what?
You do that.
I don't know how to use the typing.
Oh, my
Sophia Vergara? Not interested.
I'm just saying. Okay.
All right. You want to give us one more, or we?
Yeah, I can give you another.
Yeah, give me one more.
Another one.
Serve me up another one, hot and fresh. I felt like we did not help that person. I'm going to feel bad about that.
What do you mean?
I feel like we didn't give them all we said is like hard to understand. Good luck.
No, we didn't. We shared lots of different options.
I would just also like to say that the human experience, and you can chime in on this, Jenelle, is so universal that she can't be the only person that feels this way.
You already said that. You said that literally
Why are you
already. It
being
came out of your brain already.
such a bitch.
I'm just.
I don't want her to feel alone.
I don't know, but
You're all
I
like,
don't know.
oh, I don't know, but my pussy's so wet all the time that I can't understand
say
you.
any of those
Too
words.
bad for you.
I said that's hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to give advice, so
Yeah.
I'm being #authentic. Whereas you're like, I want you to like me. Yum, yum. Next question.
Orgasmic rage!
Dear listener, Marissa and guest, I love your show. I have a love lockdown question about being in love with two amazing women. Now, here's a totally different.
This is a really
viewpoint.
Maud. No, what's the one where that guy's got
Harold and Maude.
two women in the hospital giving birth at the same time.
TV show?
No,
What are you referring to?
Upstairs, downstairs.
Dudley Moore.
The Pedro
He's got
Almodovar
two.
Arthur.
Arthur.
Film?
Go ahead.
If you get caught
Worth
between
it.
the moon and New York
That was
City.
worth it. That long walk I made was worth it.
One woman is outgoing, fun, maybe a little manic, who lives life to the fullest. The other woman
Sounds like me.
is more introverted, caring, but super tough.
Sounds like you, Liz.
Woman who also lives life to the fullest, but in a more reclusive way. Do you think it's possible to love two people at the same time? What should I do? I know one woman has an unshakable crush on a guy who doesn't appreciate her, while the other woman is engaged to a family man who owns a convenience store. Wait a minute. So my chances are pretty slim, I realize.
Whoa!
But I still don't know what to tell my heart. Any advice for a guy like me? Sincerely, Torn in Two.
Well, it's clear this guy has fallen for both of us. And this is not the first time that this has happened.
It isn't?
No. You remember at Jersey Mike's when that old European gentleman approached us and offered us an indecent proposal.
Yeah, but he wanted a 2-for-1 deal.
That's
Was he going to pay you $1 million to
He was
have
going to buy
intercourse?
us actually a 2-for-1 Jersey Mike's Shore Point special. Get it Mike's way. If we would suck him
So
off.
Mike was there.
Yeah. You can't even.
If we would,
This is now, if you had reacted this way to him, he would have left us alone. But
if we would suck him off in the parking lot.
Are we talking about a Finnish man or a German, maybe more Italian?
oh, I thought you meant like a Finnish man, like he comes in to finish
I think
the job.
he definitely wanted us
God.
to finish.
All right. You know what? One more question.
But you know what we should have done? Taken the subs, gone back to the parking lot and bit his dick off.
All right.
That's
What
the
is
kind
a
of shit
sub?
the
A
girl
sub?
with
Do
the
you know
dragon
what-
tattoo
First
would
of
do.
all, do you know how hard it is to bite through a solid piece of muscle? I know. Don't come at me on Twitter. The penis is not a muscle. It's not an I don't want to. It's not an organ. Whatever. I don't care. It's made up of muscles. Fuck you guys. Okay. But it's also very difficult to bite through, chew through. You need a very sharp knife. Okay. If I know a
In your
lot
mouth?
of people just. Okay.
Carry
You know what? One more
a
question.
knife in your mouth. That's another
I don't
good
know.
thing.
I don't know what to tell this guy. Okay, I don't know what to tell this guy.
I
Listen,
definitely do not
First of
suggest
all,
sharing. Do
there,
not.
don't-
You can't
it's not
share.
gonna go
you can't
well.
split yourself.
It's
You
not
might
gonna
as
go
well
well.
cut yourself down the middle, bleed out.
You know, again, these are the kind of tools that you'd be teaching your preschoolers. No sharing. Might as
Nope.
well cut yourself down the middle and let yourself bleed out. That'll stop a kid from fighting for a toy, won't it?
Especially if you do an example.
Exactly.
All right.
Slice
if you
one
show.
of those toilets
One more.
in half.
Dear listener, Marissa and guest, I need some advice. I am recently back on the dating scene, but I don't know where to go to meet new people. Should I try a dating app? That seems weird to me. I want to meet someone in a real world situation, but I also don't want to bug people at the grocery store or mall. Any advice for a person who isn't sure how to meet new people? Where should I go? What should I say? Sincerely, a million dudes in the world.
Why are we assuming that talking to someone, having verbal intercourse with somebody in a grocery store is bothering them?
I was going to say the same thing. Is it bugging them? If
How
you
are we
think
to
it
know?
is, it is.
Right, we're assuming that, but we shouldn't be because guess what? This person seems charming as hell. Mm-hmm. I bet she's foxy. I bet she's.
It's a million dudes in the world signed this email, not a woman. It's
I thought
coming
you
from a
meant
man.
somebody was looking for a million
Sincerely, a million dudes in the world. No, it
doesn't change.
This is a gentleman.
Doesn't change how what I'm thinking because this guy's charming as hell and he's gonna. I would love him to. Fine, you chat up 50 people, 49 of them find you annoying, but
Yeah.
one of them falls in love with you. Fuck those other 49.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say cut to the chase and just yank down your pants and walk
No,
around.
That's
with
my
saying,
kind of attitude.
This is what I want. I want
Janelle, that's
relief.
what Sam's up to, and how's that working out for him? You know what I mean?
Well, it's interesting
This guy's
because coming from a
flying in
man,
every-
we don't want it, but coming from a woman, we say, sign me up. So interesting. We've got a double standard situation
Wow.
happening here, right?
Excuse me, I'll be reverting back into my shell.
If getting in a relationship is a priority for you, friend, I think I would cover the ground. I would sign up for a dating app. I would
gotta do it.
I would be authentic. I would be as authentic as yourself. And you know, people that are connected to that will come to you. Secondly, I would do something new. I would join a
Fight club.
hobby group or a fight club or a knitting circle or a trivia night. I would put yourself out there in an unusual way, and hopefully you'll meet other people that are also wanting the same thing that you want. And thirdly, if you see someone you feel connected to in the community, just say hi.
If you see something,
Say something.
Say something.
Thank you.
Nice opener. You're both grabbing for the same Fage yogurt.
That's a classic romantic comedy.
You
right
say
there.
you say to them, "Hey, you ever watch this podcast? I'm listening to this podcast right now. Womp it up."
It's crazy. These bitches be crazy.
Right. They say, "No, that sounds dumb. Why would I want to listen to somebody screaming at me
Yeah.
like that?"
MovingOn.org.
Then MoveOn.org. Use us as your litmus test, right?
Yeah. All right, let's do Spotlight on.
All right.
Thank you for writing in, everyone.
This next segment, Janelle, is called Spotlight On. And just as soon as listener gets her fucking shit together and plays a song, I
You know
can
what?
tell you,
I could do without the attitude.
I know that I was being rude and I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
I do know the tone went down again. I feel
went
it.
out again.
I don't really like the resolution part, to be honest. It's disappointing.
Hey, in our jobs, we're not going to like all the parts of our job. We might like, meeting clients, but we don't like filing the paperwork. You like the conflict part and you don't like the resolution. So, is this Pink again?
Yeah.
God, she knows it. She's lived it.
If you haven't seen Pink fly above you, swathed in fabric, then you haven't
Did
lived.
she do Cirque du Soleil?
Nope.
What
But
was
she
up with
does
all that
Cirque du
rope
Soleil
shit?
Style. She likes to do aerial work. She's
Is
fucking
her
hot
thing
as hell.
Think Pink? Did she do Think Pink?
Like the Victoria's Secret branding.
Oh.
Are you a fan of a Victoria's Secret like panty sale?
No, I buy my panties online in bulk.
Okay, because a lot of conflict happens in the bargain bin of a Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
No, but I would like to see conflict where there's a lot of elastic involved because that push-pull is exacerbated.
That's exactly right.
Get into it.
Okay, I'm trying. Could
No,
you
you're
please
You're
not tell me how
talking
to do
about
my
your own
job?
Fun times at Victoria's
I am
Secret.
not doing that. You don't know where I'm leading.
Well,
Why are you doing this? Why are you embarrassing me like this?
Yeah.
turning it
Yeah.
around. See, what she wants is that we get into a fight so she doesn't have to answer these questions and cry. All right?
I'm the one crying now. Stop saying to me that I'm not doing my job well.
I didn't say that. I said, get to it. You're digressing.
Well, every time you say that to me, you humiliate me in front of people.
I can't be humiliated.
Yum, yum. Let me eat out this sorrow, this sadness. I feel sorry for myself. Please don't push me to any sort of level of excellence. Because I feel so sorry for myself. Please, yum, yum.
Am I supposed to eat that shit up for breakfast? I'll tell you what. Drop and give me 20. And ask your 20 questions that you've written out.
All right. I'm going to go really quick through these, okay? Mm-hmm. What's your
Do I just answer off the top?
Yes,
fast?
off the
Okay,
cuff.
yeah,
What's
okay.
your deepest fear?
Weak worms?
If you had to go on a vacation, where would you go?
Another planet.
Last day on Earth. Who are you eating lunch with?
Myself. I've killed everyone.
If this was a zombie invasion, who are you killing first?
The children, the future.
Favorite color?
Black.
Are you a winter, summer, fall, or
All
spring?
seasons. I own.
Spirit animal.
Falcon.
Favorite.
I'll tell you. My favorite cereal is oats. I'll tell you. My favorite piece of clothing is a thick corduroy pant. I'll tell you. My dream car is a Hummer.
Greatest regret.
When I was in high school, Patty Walker was this girl in my high school, and she got everything. She
She had a white rabbit convertible.
Yeah, like a cabriolet.
Yeah. Her hair looked great when it was wet.
And I told her once, I was like, Patty, I love your car. She told me, fuck off. She told me, fuck off, and she laughed at me.
Wow.
And then I couldn't move. I couldn't.
What do you wish you had done in that moment?
I wanted to punch Patty. Punch Patty. Take her car.
Punch her and take her car. That's what you wish. That's your biggest regret in life is that you didn't punch a 16-year-old girl in the face and steal her car.
Just kill her all the way.
Or maybe just, quote, kill her all the way. And that's what your whole life has been about?
I don't know.
Isn't it time we let Patty go? Because you have your own car now. It's a Nissan Leaf
I have a Leaf
that
now.
you've souped up.
Yeah, super souped. Yeah. It's not
Okay.
a convertible, but I could cut the top off.
You can do whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah,
Jenelle.
yeah.
Look at you. You're a business owner.
Yeah.
You're an animal rights activist.
You're one hell of a woman, and I would love to work out with you on the weekend, but I don't want to have sex with you. I'm not a lesbian.
I have a lot of medicine balls.
Great. I'll bring the barbed wire.
Isn't that nice? When
Yeah.
we women band together instead of trying to tear each other apart.
And if Sofia Vergara wants to come, nobody's going to knock
you
her
have
for
been
it.
so rude about Sophia
As
Vergara.
have you. Okay? As have you. That's why I'm inviting. I'm letting a dove fly in her direction.
You know she's naturally blonde, right? Does that change anything
Nobody's
for you?
naturally blonde.
Interesting. Another aha moment from Jenelle Pierce. I want to thank you, Jenelle, for coming and bringing your authentic self. Sunday nights at 7 p.m., come to the Fight Club for Foxy Boxing. Bring your ones and your twos.
And your onesies and your twosies.
And your onesies and your twosies.
And your $20 bills.
And your $20 bills, y'all. And watch some foxy ladies kick the shit out of each other and suck some dicks in the parking lot. This is Marissa Wompler.
I'm Charlotte Listler.
We'll be womping it up next week, so get your dicks hard.
What? Yum, yum.
Hi, my name's Matt Gorley.
My name is Mark McConville.
And we do a podcast called Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Every Tuesday night, the Pistol Shrimps play basketball. They're a women's team in the recreational leagues here in Los Angeles, California.
And we bring a table, some microphones, and our very selves to call play-by-play basketball ball action.
Mostly we talk about what we want to talk about while basketball's happening, but
Because-
occasionally there's action that needs to be reported on, and we do that.
But we don't know anything about sports, so if you are not a sports person, good. If you are, good. This thing's literally made for every human being on this our planet.
Listen to Pistol Shrimps Radio every Wednesday on Earwolf. Get it?
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
Hey everybody, it's Paul Scheer.
And I'm Amy Nicholson.
And we have a brand new podcast called Unspooled, where we are watching the 100 greatest films of all time.
Voted on by the AFI. We're going to be starting at number 1, Citizen Kane, jumping to number 100 with Ben-Hur, and doing films that we've never even watched before.
And we'll be talking to experts, whether it's a cinematographer or a stuntman. We're going to get behind these movies and figure out what makes them so great. So if you like the way this sounds, why don't you subscribe right now to Unspooled, wherever you listen to your podcast.